y'all, it's your girl Bri, and in this video I'm going to show you how to upcycle a button-down shirt and make it into this ruffle extravaganza. I don't really know how to explain it. I was just watching some K-pop videos like I normally do, and I came across GirlsDay new music video for their single I'll Be Yours, and I was really inspired by Sojin's solo look, which was this ruffled out button down shirt, and I was just like, I could create that. And I had an old button down t-shirt that I wasn't wearing, and I just did it and I filmed it for you guys. So if you like this video, make sure to subscribe. I upload videos every Tuesday, or I will be uploading videos every Tuesday, so look out for those. Make sure to stay tuned to the end of this video. I will be having a lookbook really inspired by Sojin's look in the music video. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into the tutorial.
For this tutorial, you're going to need an old button-down shirt and a yard of white striped fabric. I prepped my shirt by cutting the sleeves so that it is 3/4 length, and now I am hemming them by turning up the edge 1/4 inch twice. I cut the striped fabric into strips that are a yard long and 6 inches wide. With our strips cut, now we're ready to create our ruffles. I kept one side of my strip raw and the other side I hemmed by turning it up 1/4 inch twice. Now we want our ruffles to be on the edge that is raw, so we're going to create 2 parallel basting stitches. How we create a basting stitch is by pumping up our stitch length to 6. Now we're going to run 2 parallel stitches down the side of the fabric. Our first stitch should come in 1/4 inch from the edge. Our second stitch should come in 1/2 inch from our first stitch. Quick note about creating ruffles. In order to gather our fabric, we want to make sure to keep the ends of our thread loose and long, so make sure not to backstitch. With our basting stitches sewn, now we're ready to create our ruffles. We do this by pulling our loose thread ends until all our fabric is gathered. Truly, you keep on pulling until the ruffle is the shape and length that you want it to be. Okay, so the first ruffle that I attached was to the sleeve. Depending on your sleeve and its circumference, that will determine how long your ruffle should be. I also didn't stitch up my ruffle so that it's closed. I kept it open so that it would have a slit and just add a little bit more flair and design to my shirt. In order to attach the ruffle to the sleeve, I just placed it right on top of the hem that I made previously. I also returned my stitch length to 3.5. This is what you should continue sewing at for the rest of the tutorial. Moving on to attaching ruffle strips to the body of the shirt, we want to make sure to see the raw edge of our ruffles, so we're going to attach the ruffle strips directly on top of the shirt. Just keep pinning, pin that shirt good, pin that shirt good. Now for this ruffle strip, I brought it in 1 inch from the edge of the shoulder. And I didn't pin it directly up and down, I pinned it at an angle. The angle is completely up to you. It is truly your choice and your design. So this ruffle strip is one long continuous strip. You will have to sew 2 together. It runs down the front, over the shoulder, and down the back. Completely forgot to mention this earlier, but when attaching ruffles, you want to make sure to sew in between the 2 basting stitches that we made earlier. This way the ruffle is able to stay intact, and also it keeps the ruffle shape. Also, because we are attaching the ruffle on top of the fabric, we want to take our time and make sure that none of the shirt fabric is catching or is folding over or under, so that our stitches are clean and even. Girl, we ain't done yet. We still got more ruffles to add. Okay, so for this second layer of ruffles, we are going to start it 1.5 inches from our first strip of ruffles. And we want to make sure that this ruffle strip follows the same curve and angle as our first layer. And unlike our first layer of ruffle strips, we're not going to bring it down the front, over the shoulder seams, and down the back. We are just going to start at the shoulder seam and bring it down the front. We want to make sure to sew extra carefully so that we're not catching any extra ruffles and that we're not catching any extra fabric. We've come to the last strip of ruffles. So this ruffle strip first is half the width of our previous ruffle strips. So if your strips were 5 inches in width, this strip was going to be 2.5. If your strips were 6 inches in width, this is going to be 3 inches. So we're going to attach this ruffle strip closest to the buttons in that general area, and we're going to start our ruffle at the base of the collar and take it all the way down the front of the shirt. And once we've attached this last ruffle strip, the shirt is complete. All right, let's get into that lookbook.
That's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you do this tutorial, make sure to send me photos of yourself wearing the top. I definitely want to see how you guys did and what your sort of swag that you put on it. You can send those to me on my Instagram and follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is just at YaGirlBri. Yeah, that's all I have to say. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Hope you like this video. Make sure to keep coming back because I'll keep putting out videos for you guys. I promise. I want to say thank you to my girl Sojin for the inspiration, and I want to say thank you for watching. Alright, bye y'all.